Agbana. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. Red Shield Rentals versus Nadira Hope.
David Fantier on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is she here?
Hello,
There she is. Hello, Miss Hope. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. All right.
I think we're about to change that, Your Honor. This is a case
Why?
that I've been dreading all week. We actually found out from SOS last Friday that her case was denied because she received ESG earlier and she received barrier busters earlier. So she's at the 3,000 ESG limit and she's at the $5,000 county limit. I spoke to Kara Painter at SOS and I requested that they appeal that directly to the county. And they did that not once, but twice. And Kristen at the county denied it. I actually had a very nice conversation with Ms. Hope to see if we could come up with anything else. I've also got a call into, since the county can't help, even with new funds, because there's that county limit, I reached out to the state to see if maybe they could stretch the MISHDA funding. Ms. Hope and I had a very nice conversation Friday, trying to go over all possibilities. Because I think the last thing any of us want to do is evict Ms. Hope. So that's where we are right now. Like I said, I know we've been trying to work with her. You've been very gracious to both parties. And anyway, I'll leave Ms. Hope. You want to add anything?
So I have been waiting for disability, Social Security disability, to get back in touch with me since December. And it still says in the online system that they received my information in December and it's still in reconsideration. So I reached out to an attorney last week to help with the disability case. And so on Tuesday, I had a meeting with an attorney and they're going to move forward with helping me get the funds through Social Security disability, or at least trying to get my application pushed through there. So that's one thing that is moving at least in the right direction. And so also because my medications were making it extremely difficult for me to earn any income because of all the side effects. I have stopped taking my medications just so that I can
No.
I have to keep the lights on. I have to keep food in the fridge. You know, I don't have any good options.
And I told her the same thing. I told her,
Miss Hope, first thing.
Your Honor, I told her the same thing. I told her to talk to her doctor.
Mr. Fantera, I don't want to hear from you right now. Miss Hope.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to take your medication. I don't want you stopping that.
I don't know what else is in my power to do, because I have obligations, you know, I need money to live.
I know. But you got to live to need the money, right?
It's all.
So you got to take your medication. How much is owing?
$5,352.
So,
Yes, sir.
while back, what did I tell you?
Not to lose hope.
That's right. I'm never sure why things happen the way that they happen. I really am not. I'm just going to tell you this, Miss Hope. And there was a point this week that I was thinking about you, and because you're always in my prayers every day. So,
Thank you.
but I was thinking about you particularly, and a statement that what my mom used to tell me, and my grandfathers, and they came from my grandfathers, and that is, sometimes you got to make a way out of no way. I don't know what that always means, but I know that's what has to happen here. So first thing is, I want you to make sure that you're taking your medication. Okay. Second thing.
This emotional rental hearing involves Nadira Hope, who is facing eviction while struggling to support herself and her child. The case is against her landlord, Red Shield Rentals, and the amount currently owed is approximately $5,352. At the beginning of the hearing, the landlord's representative explains that they had been trying to find financial assistance for Hope rather than immediately moving forward with an eviction. Unfortunately, she had already received assistance through ESG and barrier busters, meaning she had reached the available assistance limits. Attempts were made to appeal those limits through the county, but those requests were denied. The landlord's representative tells the judge that he had spoken with Hope personally and had been trying to find another solution. He even contacted the state to see whether additional funding could potentially be made available. Hope then explains her own situation. She has been waiting since December for a decision regarding her Social Security disability application, which is still listed as being under reconsideration. She recently contacted an attorney who agreed to help her move forward with the disability case and hopefully get the process moving. But then Hope reveals something that immediately concerns the judge. She says that her medications were causing severe side effects, making it extremely difficult for her to work and earn enough money to support herself. Because she needed money for basic necessities like food and keeping the lights on, she had stopped taking her medication. The judge immediately interrupts her and strongly tells her not to stop taking her medication for financial reasons. He explains that while he understands she has responsibilities and needs money to survive, she also needs to take care of herself in order to continue supporting her child. The judge then makes it clear that he does not want the eviction to simply move forward that day. Instead of allowing judgment to be entered immediately, he decides to adjourn the case and schedule additional hearings for May 5th and May 12th. He says that more needs to be done to find a solution. The landlord's representative also agrees that the situation should have been addressed earlier. He explains that if the funding issue had been handled 2 months earlier, the amount owed might have been much smaller, and they could potentially have combined assistance from different agencies to solve the problem. The judge agrees that the situation has now become much bigger than it needed to be. He offers to contact the appropriate officials if necessary, and says he is willing to help find a way forward, while also being careful not to improperly interfere with the case. Before ending the hearing, the judge gives Hope one final message: don't give up until he tells her to give up. He tells her that he will continue trying to find a solution, and that she should focus on herself and her child rather than being consumed by the eviction case. The hearing ends with the judge postponing the matter and continuing efforts to find financial assistance, giving Hope more time and another opportunity to avoid losing her home.